So, friends, is the autobiography of a yogi by Yogananda Paramhansa a better read than the Harry Potter series? Now, I know a lot of you are gonna say, what kind of an insane question is that? I'll tell you why. I compare the two. The autobiography of a yogi has people flying like balls of light. There are people who can appear at two places at the same time. All sorts of magical incidents from Yogananda's childhood and his graduation times. It all seems like a make believe Harry Potterish world. I mean, it has more magic than any of the particular books of Harry Potter. See, when I read it and when I reread it again, it sparked the same thing in me which it sparked 10 years back. And that is this, boss. Either this man is completely insane, or there is such amazing magic and a great existence possible in this world that my mundane life was never again as attractive. And that to me is the heart of spirituality and mysticism. People keep saying, oh, I want to do mysticism and to be cool, to be calm, to connect with the divine. Boss, at the bottom line of all spirituality lies a belief or a desire that there is more exciting and a higher form of existence than what we currently see. There is more to this world than we see, and that is not just like in a children's classic like Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter, but such is possible on this planet and in our life forms or in whatever higher forms we evolve to. That is the crux of spirituality for me. It is to believe that there is something beyond what we have experienced and that we have paths to experience that. And that is what autobiography yogi did to me. Autobiography of a yogi hit me like a thunderbolt. It got me up and thinking, is all of this possible? You look at the man's face, the smile, and then I read, half a dozen books by him. Conversations by God, Mejda, a lot of them. The, I went through a lot of literature of the whole Yogoda and Self-Realization Academy. And he seemed so genuine. Whether he was in India, whether he was in America, there is this, innocuous smile that you don't want to believe that this man is out of his mind when he's talking about these things. So the only logical thing left is, my God, these things could be true. Most of all, the thing that captures your mind more than any Gandalf can is Mahavatar Babaji, one of the major characters of autobiography Yogi, the main guru of the gurus of Yogananda, a man who is supposed to be eternally young and living for more than 800 odd years, a man who has met most spiritual leaders in the last 800 odd years. Mahavatar Babaji remains with you, whether you believe in him or as a character. Once you've read autobiography Yogi for life, you will not forget him. Okay. By the way, there are many other spiritual gurus and many other books which refer to the same Mahavatar Babaji. Coincidentally, Rajnikant's film Baba is also supposedly inspired by. That's what I understand. And Rajnikant himself, from what I know or understand, is also heavily inspired by the same Mahavatar Babaji. Now, I don't know much about all of that, but Mahavatar Babaji will remain with you once you've read it for the rest of your life, because you would believe that if somebody like this does exist, why the hell can I not get a glimpse of him? He would be the ultimate thing to ever experience. So, friends, I want to start my series on mysticism and spirituality by saying, if you haven't read autobiography of Yogi, I don't know whether you believe in these things or not, you should for once read it. For once you should read it. And probably you should make your children read it. And tell them that, boss, you don't need to read about make believe magicism. This is here and now. And try and see if that thing sparks off a desire to know everything about spirituality. This book is the best, you can say, specimen, or the, what do you call, in Hindi you call margdarshak, right? The leader for you to ever be interested in spirituality. If you read this book and you are not interested in spirituality, I do not believe there is anything under the sun that can ever excite you about spirituality. So I rate it a must read for anyone who ever wants to know about spirituality. Thank you. Share your feedback if you read the book and did you feel the same way? Or you think there was some other book which sparked off desire for spirituality in your lives? I am waiting to hear.